Yo, what's up, y'all, man? I'm here with Mr. TALIAFERRO, man. Make sure y'all tune in, check my boy out, man. Let's go.
It's my one life, and I give it everything I got. I am music. I am sports. I am the culture.
What's going on is yours truly, the one and only. I go by the name of Mr. TALIAFERRO. Super excited about today. Got a father in the building, got a husband in the building, a business owner of multiple companies in the building, by the way, including the gym, All Around Fitness, where your boy actually used to work out at. It's a friend of mine, it's a partner of mine. I'm super proud of him. You'll get to know him more in a second. This dude is quite the journeyman. He's been around. He's a hustler. This is a hustling dude. And he's now an author, by the way. If a fifth grader can read a stock chart, you can too. I got my boy, Sanchez in the building. What's up, family?
Man, I appreciate you letting me come on your show, man. I'm excited.
Hey, man, we got a lot to talk about. So, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to sugarcoat nothing. Let me just give y'all a synopsis of what this interview will be. Sanchez has a book in the atmosphere. First off, this is a black man just about to turn 30 years of age that has his own book. This man is an author, and the book is about stocks, all right? And I don't want y'all thinking I'm some sort of stock expert here. As of today, I have no stocks. So I'm the fifth grader. He has a book. He has a book called If a Fifth Grader Can Read a Stock Chart, You Can Too. So today I'm the fifth grader. Maybe you the fifth grader. Maybe you know some stuff about stocks. I want to help all us get some money. So that's one of the big reasons we're getting Sanchez in. He's got a book in the atmosphere. And I want us all to help learn about the stock market too. With that being said, family, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Man, I'm good, man. Another day in paradise, man.
I heard that, man. Turning 30, man. Tell me a little about yourself, this journey that you've been on, if you don't mind me asking, please, sir.
Sanchez from Atlanta, Georgia. Owner of multiple businesses, but I had just started teaching about how to read a stock chart, and I just want to get this education out to people so they can learn about generational wealth, man. It don't take a college degree to learn this stuff. I just want to teach it to y'all as simple as I can. So I'm out here for the beginners.
So you were an athlete in college, correct?
Yes, sir.
So you are college educated. Okay, so for you've been able to see both sides of the spectrum, and I heard you just say, yo, you don't need college to learn the stock market. You feel as if though anybody, even a fifth grader, can learn the stock market, and that went into making the book. Yes, no?
Man, yes, sir. I actually taught it to a sixth grader the other day, and he got it within about 20 minutes, man. Okay. And it was so amazing how he was so intrigued about it. I'm like, dang, I just wish somebody would have reached out to me and was like, hey, this is how you do this, instead of learning how to play tunk and pitty pat and all the other games.
You don't want the kids to you want the kids not playing the video games and in the stock market at an early age, at 10 or 11 years old.
Hey, my son gonna be doing it. That's what the other coaches do, so why not get on it? Head start. Well,
we're going to get into the stock market more in a second. I don't want to cheat your journey, though. Before I knew you in stocks, I knew you as a gym instructor. So I do want to highlight this man owns a gym in Atlanta, Georgia, more or less in the Duluth area. This man, I'm telling you, this gym be packed. This is where I met him at. Actually, ironically, I met him through my fiance who started working out with him first. So I want to not cheat that part of your journey and your story. I want to get into that more. You brought up that you got a little one, though.
Yep.
How has being a father, because this is what, how old is little one?
He's 4 months now. It's been pretty cool, man, being able to see him every day, see him grow. It's the most amazing feeling in the world, man.
You're a very present father. You know, one thing when I watch your stories, it is truly an honor to see you. Some people, you just have no question marks if they're going to ever not be around for little one or not be around. I know you're going to go above and beyond every step of the way for Lil One. I'm sure he's changed you a lot.
Oh, yeah, man. He made me go harder, man, with the gym, with every business that I got. Is so I can leave something for him, man. So all the years, starting in 2015, starting the gym to now, it's just been a journey so that I can make it happen for his lifestyle.
Are you bodying fatherhood? If I didn't know any better, which we have not talked about this, by the way, how is fatherhood? Like, are you sleeping a lot less, or like are you one of the parents out there that's this is a breeze? Let's do it again. Like, how is Sanchez the father?
It's cool, man. I get it. I've been spending time with him since he was born, so you know what I mean. Been going through the transition the last 4 months, but it's been cool. It is hard work. I give a lot of praise to parents.
And you don't. And if anybody that knows Sanchez, you don't admit a lot of things is hard work because you feel like you can run through a wall. So for you to say it is hard work, I'm gonna take that. Like, what do you mean by that? What's hard about it? Like,
you know, just trying to figure out what's wrong with him. You don't know. You don't know if his diaper need to be changed. He teething. He just shitted in his pants. He done peed in his pants. You don't know. Yeah. You just guessing, man. So I like to take him outside. Once he get outside, he cool. He cool as a fan.
Are you already in? Because you're sick with it like this. Are you already envisioning what athlete your kid is going? You are something. I already know the things going through your mind. What do you see for Lil Wood? I hate to put them next. He's going to watch this one day, by the way. So at 4 months, what are you seeing for Lil Wood already?
I already got him 11 teammates. I got 11 kids under the age of 1. This is ridiculous. We start practice August 1st, 2024.
Oh my God.
You already know what type of you already know what we bring to the table, man. But I want to do whatever he loved doing, man. I'm gonna introduce him to a lot of different things that I wasn't introduced to, and just see where he want to go with it. Hopefully, he want to play sports.
You know, I have seen you. One of the first things I saw from you and I loved about you was your presence with this is before you had Lil One. I've seen you with other kids, open up centers and stuff like that. What is the passion with Sanchez and just wanting to help kids? Where does that come from? Like that's something that I feel like doesn't get highlighted with black men enough. So I try to at least bring as much attention to it as I can to it when I do see something like that. You go above and beyond it before you even had Lil One to help other kids. Where did that come from?
I grew up in a single parent household, so I know what it's like not having a father figure, not having a male figure in the house. So I wanted to be that male figure for a lot of the young boys, but I felt like a lot of the young girls was lashing on to me too. So I came up with my own nonprofit, Young People Development. And we just developed them with social skills, and now we add into stocks and just showing them about life, man. I really want to just reach back and just grab one at a time, man. If I can just help change one life at a time, that's what I'm here for.
So the kids got stocks? Like the kids already?
One of the kids I just did it with, every question he got right, I gave him $1. And so that made him more excited. So he got up to $30. So once we make him an account, I'm going to invest that $30 into him a stock.
I got some interesting stock questions, but I want to stay before we get out of here. You also a new husband as well to beautiful wifey. How has that part of it changed you as well? Like I know fatherhood has changed you a lot, but how has that? Because you're pretty much making 2 transitions at one. How has that transition been like? And also I'm on the way. I'm about 6, 7, 8 months out.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. So I would love some advice. How has that part of it changed you as well?
It's been amazing, man. Me and my wife, we get along so well. Like we're a perfect match. We understand each other. And since we got married, we love each other even more. We still have our date nights and stuff, even though with the baby, we have a lot of grandparent help. But it's been amazing, man. I didn't think that I would get married at this age.
I didn't either.
So
I felt like if I tell my fiance this all the time, if this was a her thing more than this was I want to get married. Like in my prayers at 17, 18, it was never like marriage at 27, 28.
Exactly.
This is incredible. Like this is kind of crazy that you got 2 black men sitting here talking about marriage life under the age of 30. Like for you, nothing's changed. Like you said, the love has only grown, but the
love has grown, man. Nothing really changed. We already was loving on each other anyway. It just grows stronger and stronger. And I'm glad I use the wife word all the time.
Wow.
Anybody be like, hey, you can come here. I'm like, let me check my wife. And
that's a good way to spend people too, by the way, if you don't want to do. Wifey said I can't do it.
What? Oh, my wife.
Yeah.
Like I know her name. I said my wife. Like don't get it mixed up.
At All Around Fitness, when I walked through the door, which is a few pounds ago, one of the things that I noticed, and I've never talked to you about this, so let's do it on camera for the first time.
Let's get it.
There are a lot of women at your gym, and we attach that to you being married. What was that like? Because you run a gym that's catered to women. There's a lot of women in the gym. There's some guys too, but there's a lot of women. How was that with wifey? Like, what are those talks like? Like, yo, I work around a lot of women. How do y'all get over those hurdles? Like, how do you do that over time?
I think it really worked because me and her was together before I started the gym. So me and her being together before we started the gym, we was already tight. So we just became even tighter once we got the gym. And I say we because it's me and her. They always think I'm doing everything, but my wife is the main one.
I didn't know that.
Pushing. Yeah. She keeps me going. But I see a lot of ladies, it don't faze me, man. I know what I got.
Very strong, disciplined guy we're talking about in Sanchez.
99% of my clients are ladies, and I look at them like my sisters. And I love it, man. They love me. They love my wife. They love my family. So I'm closer to them than I am some of my family members. That's crazy. So shout out to all the girls at AAL. Shout out to all the girls at AAL.
Y'all got to see this, man. Like I went on his Instagram the other day, and like they're doing dance routines in the middle of the workout. Like your creativity. Yo, you had this crazy session that you did with what was it? I believe it was Drip Too Hard that you put together. It was like when you're teaching the class type of ordeal, but it's a whole routine for the whole record. Like, yeah, man. How do you keep the gym spicy? Like, how do you keep it the energy new and refreshed with your clients? Because I can assume like anything else over time, people get tired out and everything like that. And you're trying to like pull from people as well. So how do you keep that gym fresh?
A lot of them feed off my energy. If I come in there high energy, they gonna be high energy. Most of them are getting off of work. They had a long day at work. I'm like, hey, what's up? How you doing? Hey, come on, let's go, let's get it. So they feed off my energy, man. Just reinvent myself, coming up with different ways to get them tired, get them to their goals. That's my main goal for them.
I have a Peloton, and I think about you often when I'm doing the workouts with the black guy, Alex Tucson of the Peloton. And I usually think about you. I'm like, man, Sanchez would body something like this. Do you think about those deals down the line? Because you have the personality. I think you have an incredible personality, especially when you're with your clients. And you turn it up times 10. That you can tell that's your space. Like, do you think about those type of situations down the line? Because Alex Tucson doesn't look to be a fairly old guy. He's probably around our age. You know, do you think about those type of situations with like an app? Because there's so many different things growing. You got Apple Fitness, Peloton. Everybody's got like that portion of their company now. Do you think about those type of situations, or is it more or less you like where you're at with it and you don't see yourself in those type?
Yeah, I pretty much like where I'm at because, you know, when you get in that space, you know, you're going to do a certain amount of things. Yep. But what's crazy about it is I own Peloton, so I love what they doing. So, you know.
I didn't know that. All right, we gotta get it in one day on there. Yeah. One other thing that I wanted to talk about with the gym is the story of it, right? Like you didn't obviously just wake up one day and have this beautiful gym. What went into getting to the spot where you're able to have a gym? You got great clientele, you know, people. You don't have to worry about a session being empty. Like, how did we get here? I feel like we missed that part of it. Like, how did we get to the place where the gym is flourishing at?
So I graduated school, Middle Tennessee State in 2014. 2015, went off to the workforce. Went to Chicago, got into it with a manager there. And on the ride back to Atlanta, I called my brother Josh, and I was like, hey, bro, you want to open up a gym? He like, what? How we going to do that? I said, shit, I don't know. But I know that we can have a Saturday class every month. And so we did that for 3 months, and I saw everybody was lashing on to it. So opened up a gym that October 2015 and kept moving. 2017 was a hard year. I quit my job in 2016. But 2017 was a hard year. Went homeless, stayed at the gym for 9 months. Me and my brother Josh. And that was really my turning point, man. When I really got locked in without a TV, without a bed, when everything's took from you and you had it all your life, that's when I started locking in on like self-education and mastering my mind and coming up with different hustles. So I was like, I got to make more money. That's the thing about it, making more money. So
what was that?
It just took off from there, man. And I just was like, okay, if I can just create, how many businesses can I create? And my goal is 5 businesses and 5 rental homes. And I got my 5 businesses. So next thing is owning homes and stuff.
What are the 5 businesses, if you don't mind me asking?
I have a Fit Detox Tea line. I have my...
we gonna get into that in a second. I don't know how you... Let's tell us the business. I gotta tell somebody about this Fit Detox Tea. It's incredible. But please tell us the business, please.
I got my Fit Detox Tea. I got a mobile detail car wash. I got the gym. I got the mastermind boot camp stuff going on. And what else I got?
And got
SR Beauty. SR Beauty. I got Kiddos,
Okay.
which is an after school program.
That's so
and
dope.
we just adding to it, man.
So 6 businesses.
Six
This man forgot his businesses.
Hey,
I
they
do
all
want to
run
highlight
together.
this detox tea.
Okay.
Because I told you this a couple weeks ago. I think you have I think you're sitting on one of the greatest products in the world. I told you that. I bought this multiple times, probably like 10 times, by the way, over the last few years. Yo, anybody out there, I'm not BSing y'all. Y'all know I don't play that with y'all. I would never lie to y'all. This interview is to promote this book. So let me not sugarcoat it. But if you got a little extra change, we want you to buy the book. I swear by this detox tea. Listen, y'all, I am not the guru. Like, I don't lie. I swear. You know what's crazy? Wifey just sent me somebody buying the tea, one of our friends that lives in Houston, the other day. Like, literally, I'm assuming she found out about it through me. I have no idea. Yeah. But this product, literally, if you didn't have a bad weekend eating, you know you ain't been doing right, I promise you're going to be on that toilet a lot. But it's a good thing because it's going to literally clean you out. Like, that tea is if I can't say nothing else about you, that tea is incredible. No, I think I think you sitting on $1 million. I don't know how much you made, but I think that one is the one. That's the Shark Tank one. Like, that tea is incredible. Yeah, I had to highlight that, by the way. Many a days with that tea.
Make sure y'all go get that Fit Detox tea.
That tea is amazing. So as we transition into more about from workout and fitness into the book, I did want to ask you, what is the greatest thing about your job? What is the greatest thing that Sanchez can say about his job?
All right. I get a chance to help people. That's what I love doing, man. Anybody that come to my gym, they know I will help them get to the next level. Mm-hmm. I will use all of my resources to make sure they get to the next level. I just want to help people from kids to adults any kind of way I can, man. Every client that comes in, I'm able to link them with the right person to be able to go to the next level. So I love helping people.
You know, one thing I noticed about you, when you're the expert in something, you'll talk. But when you're not the expert, you'll shut up and listen. Like, that's one thing I noticed about you. That's something that you try to like embody, like being a person who never is too on their high horse to learn.
Of course, man. I read a lot of books from this time last year. I done read 25 books. Wow. So the quarantine really helped out with that. But I read a book, How to Win and Influence Friends. And sometimes you just got to listen, man. You got to listen and think about your reply before you reply. So I just sit back and just absorb the information and see how I can help out. If I can't help at that situation, I won't say nothing.
How do you deal with your childhood, right? One of the things that I'm still learning to balance is childhood friends versus adult friends. I wanted to bring this up to you because I'm trying to figure this out. How do you balance that? Like, how do you balance the dynamics of friends that ain't on the same page as you where you're at in life now? Maybe back in the day it was cool to talk about that, but maybe them combos never manifested into anything else. How do you balance the childhood friends into adulthood? And maybe even not friends, family as well. Like, how do you balance the people who don't get who Sanchez has become today?
I would never say it's a real balance, but a lot of people who know me, they know not to call me on a lot of the crazy stuff because they already know where I'm at with the headspace. But it is different. I got friends who I can go on vacation with. I got friends who I can talk about money with. I got friends I can talk about the new TV show or the sports games with. So I just keep those circles separate. I don't try to mix none of them together.
You're fine with that though. Like you find, like if they never like you're not trying to pull too much from the friend that's just a casual sports friend. Like y'all just talk sports. Y'all maybe just talk whatever. Like you're fine with that. Never intermingling with the stock friends. Like you fine with that.
Yeah, I'm cool with it. I'll mention the stocks, and if you go for it, you go for it. If not, I'm gonna still do what I do. Yeah. But I don't want to drag nobody along, because if I'm dragging you along, I can't move as fast as I was gonna move. The best way to do it is go get it and then bring it back and show you, hey, this is what I did.
It's just frustrating sometimes because you think you've figured some things. I'm not saying everything, but you feel like you figured some things out about this thing called life, and you want to see them people win as much as you are winning. You don't want to win by yourself.
Of course
not. But you're saying you've been able to say, hey, look, man, if I can pull you along, I will. But if not, I'm not forcing that. I'm fine with what we have here, and that is our friendship or whatever dynamic we got.
My favorite saying is, I'm looking for people who looking for me. If you ain't looking for me, I ain't looking for you. Like, I tell a lot of folks. I tell my clients about the stocks. I tell family members about the stocks. Hey, if you just brush it off, it's cool because my account's still going up.
I hear you.
So whenever you're ready, you're gonna seek a teacher. Whenever you're ready.
What is the worst thing about your job? What is something that you're like, man, this with all the good, there's some bad sometimes. What is the worst thing about Sanchez's job?
I would say the worst thing is, you know what I mean? Anybody just come in with low energy. Like low energy can drain you. So I'm very picky about who I hang around. If somebody got bad energy or they real like, hey, how you doing? Nah, we need to get up. Hey, what's up? Like I hate bad energy. So I try to stay away from it. And if a client got bad energy, I do everything I can to try to pump them up. But I can only do so much. So that's probably the worst thing that could happen at the gym.
Give me one of these crazy workouts, man. I just seen you do some stuff. I done ran with you and cursed you out. I done got it in with you, lifted and cursed you out. The moral of the story is you are a very tough person to work out with. And I don't mean like tough, like you're challenging your customers, especially when I got into a groove with you. You was like, okay, all right, I see him here now. I'm gonna push him. Like I'm gonna push him to be the best version of himself. I've also seen you do some type of chin ups and turn it into like an ab workout. Give me the craziest workout that Sanchez has done. Give me something off the wall. One of the workouts that come to mind when you think, man, we took it there that day.
I would have to say when I was getting ready for the Broken Skull Challenge with Stone Cold Steve Austin.
You're a wrestling fan.
Yeah,
okay.
A wrestling fan, but he has a challenge to win $10,000, and he flies you out to LA. And just getting ready for that, pushing my car, benching 375, running a half a mile with a 100-pound punching bag on your back.
Wow.
So that was one of the worst. Me trying to send that video footage in, I was dog tired.
Did you win?
I did not win. I did get on the show.
Okay.
That was a blessing, but I did not win. But it was pretty cool. It was a great experience, man. Great experience.
I'm an old wrestling fan from back in the day.
Yeah.
I'm the Rock. I got you with Rock and Stone Cold and Undertaker.
Goldberg
and those guys. They were in incredible shape.
Oh yeah.
Who do you look at as an athlete that you say, man, that's a person who I respect what they do. And it could be, whatever sport or whatever. Who's an athlete that motivates Sanchez?
I like my boy Floyd. His work ethic.
Oh yeah, that's right up your alley.
Floyd know about the money, man.
Sure.
If he gonna spend some money, he probably got 10 times that in the bank.
Yeah.
And he just works hard, man. He's determined to not let nobody else work harder than him. And that's me. That's my goal every day.
That actually makes a lot of sense. Before we get out of the athlete portion of it, switch over to the NBA real quick. This is my cup of tea.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Gentleman by the name of Kyrie Irving. Incredible basketball player. Now, this is me. I don't understand the vaccine thing. I don't know how up to date you are with it, but if not, I'll explain it to you really quickly here. Make a long story less long. Kyrie plays for the Brooklyn Nets. They're in championship mode. They got one of the greatest players ever in Kevin Durant. Kyrie, as great as he is, has been injury prone, but he's healthy right now. We're going into the season, and Kyrie has decided not to play this year because he's not vaccinated. Now, to be fair, this is not an NBA thing. This is a New York thing. If you work at the Barclays Center or any type of public establishment, you cannot be in that building unless you're vaccinated. So a lot of people think it's an NBA thing. It is not an NBA thing. You got to be vaccinated. Kyrie's on his laurels. He's saying, no, I don't want to do that. He's went back and forth with the reasons why. One time he said it's because he was standing up for people who have rights and don't want to get vaccinated. And also we've heard rumblings of him just not wanting to be vaccinated himself, just because he doesn't trust the vaccine. Anywho, he's going to miss the season. His team is in a great position to try to compete for a championship. He kind of let his team down last year. He's going to lose out about $20 million not playing over this vaccine. What do you think about that? I have my opinions, but I would like to hear from you first. What do you think about that?
I say, man, he's standing behind his word. If that's what he want to do, you know what I mean? His teammates got to do nothing but to respect it. Like, if you don't want to take the vaccine, I'm not vaccinated, personally. A lot of people talk about the vaccination, but it's up to you, man. Like, some people go get the flu shot, some people don't get the flu shot. So, him just standing behind it, I salute him, man. Like, he done made enough money where he like, 20 mil, I don't need it. You know what I mean? Your teammates gonna understand. They're like, if that's not what you want to do, that's not what you want to do. And he may have some personal things going on outside.
That's fair, and we don't know that. We don't know what physical ailments he got. Whatever that part, I'll look. I think he has kind of alluded to. It's not that. It's more or less, I'm standing up for workers, which doesn't make sense to me, because I'm vaccinated. Let me just put that out there in the atmosphere. For me, I'm more of a Michael. You brought up Floyd. I'm more of the Michael Jordan, Kobe. They're my guys. Kobe's my guy.
I already know that.
Kobe's my guy. So for me, it's like, if he played with Kobe, you wouldn't be on that. You wouldn't dare ever hit that phone to call Kobe again if you're letting him down to the point where, because I do believe in team concept too. And I know you believe in team, and I've heard you preach that in the gym multiple times. You don't look at it from the standpoint of, man, he's really letting his team down by not taking a shot. To the best of our knowledge right now, has not harmed people. Now, but look, 5 years down the line of this thing, we start turning into aliens, I'll say, Kyrie had it. But as of right now, we ain't seen nobody turning into aliens. You don't look at it from the standpoint of, man, he's really letting his teammates down right now.
Nah, I don't look at it like that. I feel like everybody's subject to their own opinion. If you want to get it, you get it. But you can't force nothing on nobody.
I feel it.
So I salute him.
All right, man. We're gonna have to agree to disagree. Disagree to whatever. Look.
So you'll be upset with him.
I'm pissed, but I don't like. I have to be careful with my words here because I work with the NBA. Kyrie's not my most favorite basketball player. I would say like that. I love his talents, incredible. I think he's going to the Hall of Fame at some point if he continues to play. But he has done some very selfish things to me, and this is to me, I think this is more about bucking the system than I do like an actual like a real reason why. And he let KD down. KD's my 9th best basketball player of all time. Yeah, he's 9th.
Okay.
I do this type of stuff. And you're hurting one of the greatest ever in his prime out of nowhere. Like, I get it, the vaccine came out of nowhere, but there's a lot of people having to do things that they don't want to do for the greater good. Like, I'm a guinea pig right now. If you took that vaccine, you're a guinea pig. I'll do it, whatever. Like, if it means my auntie's going to be able to walk out the house again, instead of, just staying in the house, not going to the grocery store, whatever. I'll be a guinea pig for y'all.
Yeah.
You're like, nope. You're not gonna you're not gonna do the vaccine at all. You already made it up in your mind that you're not gonna do it.
Yeah, because I work for myself. You know what I mean? I take my vitamins. Me and my wife don't play about them vitamins. She makes sure I take them every day. But I've been doing good, man. So I went the whole year without getting it. So I'm trying to keep going, man.
All right, man.
And I see people with the vaccine getting.
Don't do this because it don't tell you. The vaccine doesn't say you won't get COVID. It did not. It never. There's nowhere you can find where it says you're not gonna get COVID. It says.
So what's the purpose of getting it then?
If you get it, it's gonna help you fight off COVID. That's what they promised. Don't lie on them now. They did not say that you will not get COVID if you take this vaccine. It's supposed to help you, and you won't die. And if you're older, you help you be around people.
I definitely respect everybody who got the COVID shot. But some people just not going for it. Some people just more into a natural. Yeah. And I feel like whatever works for your family, you go for it, man. Like, some people, the whole family vaccinated.
How was the gym? We about to get into the stock market here, but how was the gym with COVID and everything like that? Like, how was that? And even as a business owner who's saying he's not vaccinated, like, how was all that for you? Like,
it was really shaky at first. Like, when everything they was talking about it. It was like the COVID. I'm like, man, I ain't worried about no COVID.
See, that's your personality. For good or for bad. See, I love that about you, but I can understand how that could maybe turn off a customer right there to there.
Yeah.
With that stance in this specific thing.
Oh, yeah, you got to show me. And then so once they started shutting down everything, I was like, okay, Sanchez, you're a hustler. Mm-hmm. How you going to get it? So I went and started working with my older brother, fixing on cars. And I was like, man, you just went from a controlled environment every day to out here dealing with different people every day.
Cars ain't no joke.
And I was linked over in the car fixing, tuning the car. Mm-hmm. Man, I got home, my legs were hurting so bad. I said, you know what?
And you're in incredible shape, by the way.
Exactly. So I'm like, man, what did I do? I called him up the next morning. I said, he was like, you on the way? I was like, nah. Hey, I'm gonna go live, bro, and I'm gonna get some donations.
We're gonna do it like that. Use the tip jar instead of
That's it, man. So it started working, and it started catching fire, man. And the COVID was the best thing ever happened to me. Mm-hmm. Okay. It made me a millionaire.
Okay. All right. We're going to get into this stock market here. I want to know, first off, what are some misconceptions about the stock market?
That is difficult, and you're not going to understand it, and you have to have so much money to get started. You can buy stocks as low as $1. It just all depends on you, man.
What would you recommend though? Like if you're talking to somebody who they work 5-6 days a week, they have maybe, let's say, $100 of playable income every 2 weeks, right? Let's just use a round number. $100 of playable income, money that they could either maybe go to a club, a bar, or use it for said stock. What is a good amount starting out here with Sanchez recommend? Like just do this, just so you don't feel like that. Because I think sometimes that what those people off, and me, I'm a business owner, and every dollar counts for me. If it ain't instead of something, I could put it into some advertising, if nothing else, right? So for me, it's like, all right, this man telling me to do this and put in. What's a good amount to start out with, put it into the stock?
That just varies so much, but I would say at the bare minimum, $50. $50 can get you a stock. You can buy an Uber stock or a Lyft stock or something like that around about the $50 area. Yeah. But I say really give it a shot. I say $200. If you put $200 in there, you're gonna start seeing your returns because you got $50 in there. You see $2 return, you like, I put 50 in there, I only got $2. You know what I mean? So it's gonna start messing with your brain. But I say 50 just to get the wheels turning. Once you start making money, once you start seeing the green and you ain't do no work, that was it for me.
We're here with Sanchez Berry. He's got a new book in the atmosphere. If a fifth grader can read the stock chart, you can too. So for me, I want to invest. I have no stocks. I think that's important to say. I am going to do this though. I am going to listen to you. I'm a first timer. I am fifth grader. Yeah. What are some of the core principles that I'll learn from the book that you have that's in stores right now? Amazon link is in the description right now. Go get that book. What are some of the core elements of Stock 101 that somebody like me could learn? Like what's going to be in the book?
Well, we're gonna go over all the terms. Like, what is a stock? It's a piece of a company. So any company you see, you can buy a piece of it. 70% of the stocks, 70% of the things that we buy on the stock market. I'm also talking about how to find stocks that are on sale. So that's the biggest thing. A lot of people think it's what you buy, but it's really when you buy.
Right.
So I'm showing you exactly how to find those stocks that are on sale for $30 that normally sell at $90. I'm showing you how to dig deep into stockcharts.com and find that information so that you can start buying those stocks that are on sale and sell it when it get to $90.
So let's use fifth grader terminology here.
Okay.
Use the candy lady. If I were trying to buy a stock, can I look at it from this standpoint? Is this the core basis of it? Let's say the candy lady sold chips for 33 cents, right? And I wanted to be the guy that sold candy at my school. I went to the candy lady and bought 3 bags of chips for 33 cents, so about $1. And then I got those 3 chips. Now let's say I go back to her a week's time from now, and she ain't selling as much candy as she thought she would. Now it's 25 cents a bag. Essentially, if I go back to her and buy those 25-cent bag of chips and sell back to her the ones I bought last week for 33 cents, I made 8 cents. Is that the core? I'm trying to understand. I'm a fifth grader here. Like, what is that the core element? I don't know why I use that one, but what is the core? Is that the core element of just trying to find a way to buy when it's opportunistic for you to make some profit? That is the core element. That's knowing when business is up and when it's down. That's the core.
That's it. That's it. Like, if you see Louis Vuitton bag for $400 and you know it normally sells at $1,200, you're gonna go buy it.
Such a better example than the one I
when you start putting that in there, it's a whole different ball game. Yeah. So if you know that purse normally costs $1,200 and you see it on sale for $400, you're probably gonna buy that bag. And if you want to sell it when it get to $1,200, you can, but it might go past the $1,200.
So with that being said, if do you have money that you play with? Like, do you already expect losses? Like, do you take risk? Like, school me here. I want to get involved in this. I'm afraid my money is valuable to me. Like, what? Like, help me out here. Like, what?
Most people are emotionally attached to money. That's the worst thing you can be. Don't be emotionally attached to it.
But I still got to pay my bills, though.
Money is money.
Okay.
You're gonna find a way to pay your bills, but you also want to start putting up for the future.
Right.
So, I say get started. So in the book, you're going to be able to make an account. I'm going to give you the step-by-step how to make an account, how to fund the account, how to find these stock, how to pick the stock. I'm telling you, look at the bottom right-hand corner, click more, click manage connections. From manage connections, add bank account. I'm showing you step-by-step. I'm breaking it down as a 5th grader. When I break it down to a 5th grader, we don't even talk about terminology because a lot of adults, you get so caught up in what this mean and what this mean. It's 3 charts you can look at and you can learn how to read a stock chart. So it's still fundamental analysis, but these are technical analysis that you can also pick stocks with.
So like a 5th grader who's learning about charts around that age or something like that, learning which charts to use, when they're doing passage reading, whatever. This is the core concept of it, right? Like similar, just reading charts, knowing where lines are going up, when lines are about to hit down. That is what you're teaching. And it's not like you're going to be saying specific things because it's a book, right? Like you're going to give people the game to know whatever is going on, whatever stock it might be down the line, they will understand what's going on.
Oh, yeah, man. And I'm talking to you like you're talking to me right now. Yo, what's up, man? Thank you so much for reading the book. You know what I mean? I'm talking like you here with me. Right. I'm not, I'm actually having a conversation with you throughout the book. And I just want to make it real tight and comfortable and just where anybody can do it, man. Everyday people can start investing to the stock market. You don't need thousands of dollars. You can do it with $50 if you want to start off with 50.
Mm-hmm. If I'm reading you correctly, the title of the book involves a 5th grader, and also you just told me, hey, I'm talking to you like how we having a casual conversation right now. Clearly, something bothered you about the Black community and not being invested. What got to you? Like what was it? If I'm picking up on things, clearly there has to be an emphasis on your people. Like clearly something got to you and said, yo, we are missing out on this money. What was that moment? What got to you?
It started off in college when I was working at Amazon. And one of my buddies was like, hey, GoPro stocks about to go up. I'm like, what do you know about the stocks? But I'm working at Amazon picking different items and I'm sending off a lot of GoPros. And I'm like, man, what? Let me invest. Because I was a gambler growing up. I played Tunk, I played Pity Pat. Whatever you want to play, that's how I got
you're that guy?
Dice, whatever you want to do. So I was already a gambler. So this was the next step. You know what I mean? So I put some money in. I bought 5 shares and it went from $45 to like $89. And I was like, damn.
Did you know about the stock market at that time though? Like, was that the first time you just like,
My first time.
But when I see, let's just break this down.
Let's get it.
When I see something like that, my first, especially in college, my first thought process ain't to invest in stock. It's like, dang, that Apple's doing good. Dang. Like, but what clicked though? Like, what was like, okay, no, was it somebody around you? Like, but what though? At MTSU, like, what was that made you say, I'm taking this money and not just sitting on it, I'm going to the stock market with this?
I studied, even back then, I was studying rich people and wealthy people, should I say. And wealthy people they all have something in common. They either own businesses that they don't work in, they own real estate, or they own stocks, or they do all 3. And I said, if I want to be wealthy, I got to start on one of these. Which one is the easiest one to get started into? And I started with the stocks, man. I was just like, hey, this is my way out.
The book is about what, 40, 50 pages?
About 40, 50 pages. It's an ebook. I'm breaking it down, man. I'm breaking it down. Don't overanalyze it. Get to the charts and just look for patterns. Stocks just move like this, up and down, up and down, up and down. And you can catch, I'm showing you how to catch those patterns.
If a 5th grader can read a stock chart, you can too. So with that being said, what are some other things that in the book, like let's say if I have any questions, can people reach out to you? How will it work? Like I go on Amazon, I buy the ebook. Is there an audio version of it? Like what would this process be like for somebody about to make this investment? They're like, okay, I want to rock out with Sanchez. Explain to them what will be their process once they get the book and everything.
I would say my suggested process, buy the book. Also, make sure y'all text this number, 404-737-1513, and just text stocks. I'll be giving off, be sending the link out to buy the book, and I send out stock tips and motivational quotes. That's how you can stay in contact with me. But I also have monthly classes. So every month, my next class is November 6th. It's a 3-day course, an hour each day. and you get a chance to ask me questions, and we're gonna cover all the stuff in the book. So I would say get the book, read the book, then sign up.
Make sure y'all get the book. You got to get the book. You got to get it.
Go get it.
I'm buying my copy. I'm probably gonna buy 3 copies just to support my boy.
Let's get it.
With the stock market, let's say I'm an Apple guy. Like, I like Apple products. That's something that I like. Do you recommend, and I don't want to give too much of the juice away of the book, but I want to get people invested and really want to get this thing. Would you recommend to a person like me, if you like the product, I got a MacBook in front of me, go invest in that? But then what if I go in the stock market and Apple stock looks to be this, it's a big number. That scares me a little bit, because now I'm only getting a percentage of the stock. Like, what do you recommend there? Like, do you recommend people go after products that they like? How does that work?
I always say start off with products that you already buy.
Okay.
I'm 100% sure that the stock is less than the product. Apple stock is probably $124 to $130 That MacBook was way more than that.
So damn right it was.
The phone was more than that. Exactly. So I would say before you buy any product, buy the stock. Like, if you're watching Netflix, the price might be high, but it's gonna be higher than that in 5 years.
Yeah.
So just start where you are, and you find out what's your budget. Like how you say, starting off. If you got $200 to spend, and you know you got an Apple phone, you got an Apple computer, you got an Apple Watch, the whole Apple TV, buy Apple, because you're not going. 90% of the people who got an Apple phone, they're not going back to Android. That's just not happening. Yeah. So why not go and get invested into this company that you're already invested into?
So when I buy this stock, like, how do you teach? How does a person learn the discipline to leave it alone? Right? Like I'm scared, Sanchez. What if another COVID outbreak happens? Like, what if the market goes down? Like, what if I'm afraid? And what if I want to pull out? If I see one day if things going down, I get my money back. I want to, how do you get the self-discipline to say, just leave it, just let it? Like, how does that?
Some stuff just come with time. But I have already made those mistakes.
Right.
I remember buying a stock for $17. It went down to $13, and I sold it. And guess what? That same stock went up to like $91, $92, and I sat there and watched it.
Yeah,
and I said, all I had to do is be patient. After that lesson, I learned you never lose until you sell. So let's go back to the Louis Vuitton bag. So if the Louis Vuitton bag is $400, it can potentially be $1,200. But if you sell it for $300, you done lost. You know what I mean? You just hold on to it. It's going to hold its value. You can pull up any stock chart for great companies, and you're going to see it's just going up. It's just going up.
So I have my phone. You already worked with me and told me, and I've already gotten an email from Ameritrade the other day, and I've gotten some in the mail, letting me know I just signed up for an account, y'all. So anybody, this is my first time. Listen, I've signed up, and I'm going to buy this evening. So I just got the book, and this is my first time getting the stock. I'm basing it off your information that you got in the book. So I'm nervous here. Does Ameritrade help me not touch my money? Like when I'm like, are there apps that are designed to help the person knowing, hey, people are gonna want to pull that money out? Is there ways that people help you with that? I'm gonna touch this money. So if I see 2 days of bad trends, I'm gonna want to take my money out. Like,
I'm gonna help you out.
Okay.
Once you buy the stock, delete the app.
All right. Okay. I like that. I like that. Is that in the book? That's a good game right there. I like that.
It's not even in the book, but
I like that.
Delete the app. Once you delete the app, it's gone.
Okay. Now I'm gonna do that.
It helps out. It helps out with that daily
the
pressure.
Mental and all that.
Because
yeah.
You'll go and they be like, I'm losing money.
Yeah.
The next day you're like, I'm gaining money. You're gonna have way more green days than you are red days. So always keep that in mind. Think about when it rains and the sunshine. It's way more sunny days than it is rainy days.
So let me ask you this basic question, and I need my people to know this, because this is something that I've been confused with over the years. If I invest, let's say $100 into a stock, if this stock tanks, let's say the share was, let's say Apple stock was $100. I invest $100, got one share, correct? Right? If this thing goes to $20 in 5 days, I don't now owe Apple $80 more, right?
No.
That will never happen. No. I think that's an important piece to this. That I'm sure you know, a lot of people don't get, like, you don't lose, like, you don't end up paying more than what you invested in.
No, once you put the money in there, you don't owe nobody else. You don't owe nobody else.
I think that you have to say that again. That's an important piece.
Put the money in. If the stock price goes down, you still good.
Okay.
Like I said, you don't lose until you sell.
Right. So that is, I think that's a big thing.
Yeah, that's a great question.
You know what I mean? That a lot of people need to clear up. I am not going to pay more if these folks go under, which I don't believe Apple will. But even if I'm investing in like smaller companies and all that, as long as whatever I've invested, I never have to worry about taking more of an L, like having to pay them something. That will never happen.
Nope. And then think about it. If Apple drops down to $20 right now, you better be taking out whatever money you need to put in there.
Go buy again.
Because think about it. Think about it. If Apple stock goes to $20,
yeah,
the average user really don't care because they still using the product.
Right.
You still buying. You still
That's
spending
true.
with Apple. Like when Netflix go down. And this I had to learn. I'm like, the company's still making money. Maybe the stock market just don't see that company as valuable as it is, but over time it's gonna get there.
How much of this is just basing it on the way America operates, right? Like just it's business. It's not really never personal. It's just business in a lot of ways. How much of what you've been able to kind of accomplish with the stock market and what you've been able to see from your vantage point is just knowing, bro, these folks, business is going to continue. Like no matter what Apple is popping, the likelihood of Apple or Amazon falling off the cliff tomorrow, where we're at in business is just slim and none. Like,
yeah, it's crazy. It's set up. It's set up for you to win. All you gotta do is just get in, man. I see the opportunity big as it can get for people just to get in and see how it works. America, you can look at the news and see how the news affects the markets and stuff. But the market, everybody keeps saying the market gonna crash, and the market gonna disappear. Man, the market been around a long time. Like it may crash, and when it do crash, that's when the millionaires make the money. I
see.
That's when you put your money in that. When everybody's scared, that's when you put your money up. And when the economy reboot, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. This the best time to start getting into the stock market if you didn't get in 2020. Like, but it's about going in with a plan. When I first started getting into the stocks, I had no plan. I was just like, everybody been talking about this stock. Let me invest into it. But like I said earlier, it's not about what you buy. It's about when you buy.
All right. So I just bought the book.
Yep.
All right. I've just read the book. I feel much more informed. I followed Sanchez Berry online. Like I said, I got the book.
AAF Club.
If a fifth grader can read the stock chart, you can too. I want more though. Like I want more. Who are some of the people? I follow Sanchez. He's a busy guy. He's got to train people throughout the week. He's got a lot going on. He's a father. It's crazy out there. If I'm looking for more, who are some people that Sanchez recommends I follow online? Like who are some of the people when you were getting into the door and now to this day like that you follow for good, savvy stock information that you don't feel like have let you down, if nothing else, been consistent with their ideologies and terminologies over the years?
I got to give a big shout out to my boy, Wall Street Trapper. Wall Street Trapper, he's really setting the platform for all the people that want to get into stocks. I like Wall Street Trapper. I like Aristotle. I like Chris Johnson and Greg Peters. Greg Peters taught me a lot, man. Some of the book is based on his methodology of how to read stock charts.
What are these people doing that you brought these gentlemen up for a reason? What are they doing that keeps Sanchez coming back for more information? What are they doing that's locking you in?
They helping out the community, man, and they showing us that you can do it too, man. It's not that difficult. Right. If you just stay into it. I've been into it deep for about 1.5 years now, and everything's starting to look clear. Now I find myself watching CNBC in the mornings. I'm like, the bell from the ring. And now I'm looking at stocks in the whole nine. But it's just been a great turnaround for me, man.
So you ain't even checking the scores of the games. You in it. Like phone got it. You got to check throughout the day what's going on. You in it.
Once I went homeless without a TV, I went my whole life with a TV in my room. So I watched TV every day. So for those 9 months, I was able to lock in and start listening to motivational speaking, which changed my mindset. And once you change your mindset and you get the tool set, it's up from now. And then you get the skill set, they're your asset.
Who are some people, because I'm going to be honest with you, Sanchez, I almost invested a couple years ago. Them Forex people threw me off, man. I got scared, and I was like, no, this feels like a scam. Nope. Block. Got like. what are some of the people that you tend to stay away from with stock? Like, what's a thing that would turn you off? For me, it was Forex. Now I know that's like a specific thing within the market, right? But like, what are some things that turned you off? Like, if somebody's looking for that information, they don't know. Not only do they not know what to get, but they also don't know who to stay away from. What are some typical things or people or signs to stay away from certain things? Right?
People get money all type of ways. Right. First and foremost. But some people are getting money in Forex. Some people get money in crypto.
Do you get that, like the Forex? Like, do you understand?
I don't fully understand the Forex. I don't personally do Forex.
They scare me. The way they sound like they always trying to sell me something. I don't know.
If somebody want to log into your account, it's a scam. That's the number one thing. Nobody's gonna make your trades for you. You have to make your own trades. You wouldn't give nobody just the information to your bank account. So don't do it to your stock brokerage account. And the biggest scam of them all, and we always grow up, if it's too much money, if there's a lot of money involved, we think it's a scam. It's just programmed in our mind. It's our mindset. But the biggest scam is working 40 years and not having no money to retire. Man, that's the biggest scam. Like, if I invest in a scam, hey, I don't want to work 40 years and be questioned and you might have to work more than 40 years. And the question if I'm gonna be able to retire, that hurts my heart. And a lot of people are just in those situations because they just didn't know. We didn't know. Right. So that's why I'm taking the initiative. Once I reached out to my mom and my brothers and friends and their account started changing, I saw what I did to my account. Right. And I show my account just to show y'all that I'm doing this. I'm growing my account as y'all growing y'all account. But once I saw it start working, I said, man, other people got to know about this information.
If a fifth grader can read a stock chart, you can too, man. It's been a pleasure to talk to you about everything and this book, man. I am looking forward to seeing where Sanchez is at 2-3 years from now. I don't know. Will fitness still be a part of Sanchez's journey? It feels like you're getting a lot of money with this stock, man. I don't know where you go from here. Are you already thinking what's the 5-year goal? Like where we heading with this thing?
Of course, you gotta have at first thing you gotta have your goals wrote out. Mm-hmm. So you see my goals on the back of my phone all day long. So I'm able to see it. Because once you see it, then it's more attainable.
And he really lives like that. That ain't nothing. He like dude will take notes. I've seen him learn Spanish. Like he really lives like this. By the way, so what were you saying?
But next, I always do fitness. Not saying my schedule gonna be filled with fitness, but fitness and finances is my thing now, man. So
fitness and finances.
I got some people that really depend on me for their fitness, and I love doing it. Mm-hmm. And the stocks, they don't take up my whole day, so I can go back and train for a little bit.
Well, I'm excited about this book. Please, if you got any last selling points to the people, we want these Ferros buying these books, man. Please, if you can sell this book again one more time, please talk to my people. Let them know, let them know whatever would stop them from buying the book. Please help them out real quick, man.
First and foremost, I want to say thank y'all for tuning in. Whether you buy my book or not, seek a teacher. Seek somebody that you can learn some information from, because information is the new currency. So once I learned that, I said, let me learn more. Once you learn more, you earn more. So seek a teacher, whether it's me or one of the guys I called out. And this book gonna change your life. It's gonna change your life. For the amount of money that you're gonna spend for it, it's gonna change your life. It's gonna show you how to make an account. Once you make your account, I want you to make a UGMA account for your child so that you can start investing into stocks for them. Because if you ever go back and look at any stock charts and you look at the year you were born versus now, look at if you'd have put $1,000 in there. Think about that. Like, also what I do with my son, every birthday, I'm buying him more and more stocks. So he ain't got to worry about no toys for me. No, we buying some stocks.
What a terrible child.
We gonna get toys around the year, but we buying more stocks, and we make it cool to own companies. Like when people go to Chipotle, or you was talking about Peloton, that's my business. I ain't got to get on Peloton. I own
some of that.
I own it, man. And that's how I make people relate to it. Like, hey, you got an iPhone? Okay, why not own the company too? They come out with one every year.
Right.
That's the thing about just own Netflix. Everybody talking about all your Netflix series. I love it.
Right.
Thank you for tuning in. That's my company.
And one of the things I do love about Sanchez, from everything I've, first off, he been nothing but stand up with me. You know, I can only speak for my interactions and my communications and dealings with a person. He never been nothing but stand up for me. And anything that he's told me, especially in the physical, it ain't been bad information. Now, whether I wanted to implement that information is on your boy. But he ain't never steered me wrong. He ain't never been on no BS. I wouldn't bring somebody on the platform. Ain't a dollar amount in the world that will have me putting out BS to the people, my people that support me. So one thing that I love about what he's been telling me about the stock market behind the scenes is, yo, I'm not trying to get you to go miracle here with the stock that's a couple pennies. He's saying, yo, if you don't feel comfortable doing it out the gate, go do stuff with stuff you're spending your money and time with anyway, right?
That's it. It's that simple, man. I want to break it. Even if you come to my gym, I write stocks up on the board all the time. I give out free stocks. Nike, Adobe. You probably use Adobe. Adobe just came off a dip. I bought it on the dip. And once you learn how to buy it on the dip, hey, it ain't nothing but green from there, man.
Started to call you about that Facebook dip the other day.
We can talk.
Anyways, the book. Get the book. If a fifth grader can read a stock chart, you can too. Sanchez family, I'm so proud of you, bro.
Appreciate it.
Bringing in 30 with a book, a first-time author. His name is Sanchez Berry, and he's been rocking out with me for about an hour here. Thank you so much, fam. Best of luck on the book. I hope we've sold this bad boy enough. I want to make sure y'all go buy this book, man. It's important to me.
Y'all go get it, man. Thank you for tuning in with Mr. TALIAFERRO, man.
It's yours truly, the one and only. I'm Mr. TALIAFERRO. I'm rocking out with Sanchez Berry.
Let's get it.